Yep, like General.
My hair's messed up. I was just outside with the dogs and the wind was blowing like crazy.
Okay, now I got to get you up.
I guess I should have run a brush through my hair. I didn't realize it was wind. I knew it was pretty windy. And poor doggies, they were out there shivering.
Okay, got you on that one. Now why can't I get to there? It is.
I was like, go potty and you can go in.
Okay, here it is. Okay. Oh, lost you.
Hello, hello. Hello, everyone. See everyone joining me, popping on here. So good to see everyone. All right. We're going to get this day going. Good morning, Devin. Hello, K-Bird. I think K-Bird was the first one who sent me a hi or a wave, so we'll pull a card. Thank you for the heart. While we're waiting for people to start joining, before I roll into the spirits, I'll pull a card for K-Bird and then one for Devin. She was next. Okay, K-Bird, what we got here? All right. K-Bird, the card I pulled for you was Traveling Lightly. This card is really about simplifying your life and getting rid of what doesn't matter. So many times we think that we need to be embalmed in this and do that. And when we really take stock of our life and figure out what really is important, you can find yourself starting to shave away some things. So this card is, and you tap into them intuitively. So I tapped it intuitively, and this is really about you making sure you're only keeping back what is important. Also, K-Bird, there's a friend of yours. I'm not sure if they're a friend or an acquaintance, but someone around you who is a real energy drain. Gosh, I'm sorry. I should have brushed my hair before I came here and realized I just took my dogs outside, and it was so windy here, and I'm looking up here in my picture now, and my hair is crazy. It's from the wind. I did do it this morning. Okay. And, Midwestern wind. So, K-Bird, really go back and look at where you are. Thank you. Who that is that they're referencing being this energy drain on you. We call them psychic vampires, is the spiritual term. But I'm always careful about terminology. I think that sometimes people can separate themselves and feel like they have less in common than they actually do, just because of the words they choose over the actual meaning of the words. All right, Miss Devin. Ooh, Miss Devin, you got protected by angels. This number is really about having angel energy around you and starting to tap into that. I have like 15 things to do, but on that one of the list is I have an angel class that I teach, but I want to revamp it and make it longer and more in depth. And this card is really about tapping into that angel energy around you. Devin, I want to remind you that angels are free will beings. You have to ask them for their help, and they will be glad to step in and send you signs. And if you want to know if one is around you, ask them for a sign. Don't make it ridiculous, but say, make a light flicker or send me a feather or a coin or something, and give them time to deliver that. Oh, okay. I don't usually start with psychic, but we're going to start with psychic here because I want to answer Mr. New Orleans Beignet King. He wants to know, is his wife happy with him? Okay, so what y'all got? We're going to answer that. Is Mr. Beignet's... And if y'all are getting... Because he specifically said his wife. But sometimes people call their wife people that they're just dating. So if there's weird energy there, just assume that he is telling the truth. Okay, we got a yes, a no. What are you getting?
Yes.
Mr. Beignet King, I'm also feeling that she is happy with you. So when I follow this energy, it's like, is she happy with him? I do feel she's happy with you, but there's a little bit of melancholy in her. I don't know that that melancholy is necessarily related to you. She just feels a little bit tired and sad, but I don't know that it's related to you. I'm seeing that she wants some of your attention, and I was like telling Spirit, what can he do? And I was expecting them to show me taking you taking her out to dinner and stuff, but no, they showed me it was a table at your house set with candles and stuff. So your wife must have, she likes those thoughtful things you do for her, not necessarily things that cost money. Your wife likes the things that you do that are thoughtful and you put forth effort. Good morning, Prissy Nana. Good morning, Sissy. Good morning, good morning. Oh, good. Guided by Intuition said she's transitioning into mediumship today. That reminds me, tomorrow is my free demonstration. Thank y'all. It's tomorrow evening. You do have to go to my website and register. Christy Godwin Psychic Medium. It is an advertisement for my advanced class coming up. And to get my advanced class, you just have to have some kind of reading experience. You either have had to take one of my intro classes or practice mediumship. It's just not fair to the other students if you're a beginner in there. It's also not fair to you because that might be over your head and you'd feel overwhelmed. Instead of, me taking it really slow and building those blocks, I'm assuming that you already have some of those blocks. But anyway, it's a free demonstration tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Time. You do have to go to my website and register under the event section. I'm going to pull a card for Nomi. She asked for a card. Naomi. Thank you, Naomi. She put the, how you say it at the end of her name. That's so sweet of you. That is so sweet. All right, what we got from Miss Naomi? All right. The card I got for you, Miss Naomi, is Cleansing Waters. You see how this person is taking time and she is just floating and she's just letting things flow through her. This card is really about purifying your life. When I get this card, I know that your team on the other side is, thank y'all for the heart, is trying to get your attention. And they want you to move up to the next level. But a lot of times to move up to the next level, we just really have to take charge of our life. It reminds me of when I was diagnosed with cancer. I thought that I had a really good diet and I was paying attention to my diet. And there was so many chemicals in my food that I didn't even realize were there. And now that I've purified that, I only drink certain kinds of water, so I've really taken control of that. And on top of it, I've purified my friend group. I've really distanced myself from people that weren't of the utmost vibration for me, and it gave me time to really level up. So Naomi, I'm not sure if you're on a spiritual path yet, but you are really being called to be on one. And on the spiritual path, there's just certain things you have to kick out of your life if there's any things, substances that are bringing you down. Even now, if I go to eat something, I can instantly tell just from the taste if it is not of good quality food. You can just, it screams it at me. All right, thank you, Miss Naomi. Start that spiritual path. Good morning. Good morning, Carrie. Good morning. All right, I am going to pull one more card and then I promise I'll get on mediumship. People are asking for cards. I don't know why people like cards so much. I'll give it to you. I'll give you the cards. I don't know why they like them so much though. All right, let's, who am I pulling it for? Dahlia. Dahlia. Oh, Miss Dahlia. The card I pulled for you was Wondrous Universe. Look at all the beauty in that card. This card is about making sure you're walking in beauty and appreciating everything that is around you. I'm doing a lot of notes and research for a series I'm about to put on TikTok. It's going to be 120 days of a more spiritual you. Last series I did was 60 days to, I don't know, more joyful you or something like that. So this is going to be 120 days of what you didn't know or something like that, spiritual version. And I just read something that is talking about, which I knew, but it was a nice reminder that our thoughts can cause our brain to put off either a stress hormone or a happiness hormone. So you can look out in your yard or outside and it can be raining and you can just go, oh my goodness, it's raining. I can't believe I have to, just go off on it. Or you can look outside and it can be raining and say, oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Look how refreshing that rain is. You see the difference in just the take on the same situation, the hormones that are going to be released in your head. So this card, the Wondrous Beauty card, is really about finding beauty in everything you do. And I feel like, Dahlia, that you are very used to doing that, but something has kind of thrown you off. I don't know, we all go through times in our lives where we're a little bit more negative than others, and we're really struggling to find positivity in our life when we just had so much thrown at us. And I feel like you're going through that time. Typically, I hear that you are a very, very positive person. You've just had a lot of things thrown at you. And this is a reminder that you still have so much beauty in your life, and you are still such a strong, beautiful, beautiful person. And to make sure that you are appreciating everything along the way to allow the universe to deliver that positivity to them. So now this is a good question for you. I didn't think about it until just now. So I'm about to do a series. It's going to be 120 days. It's probably going to start around the beginning of April. I'm still doing some research and I haven't started recording it yet. And it's going to be about spiritual concepts, like everything, like chakras and clairvoyance, how energy works, happy hormones, all those spiritual things. It's going to be 120 days. So what would be a better name for that? Would it be, hold on, I have one written down. You are going to help me pick this out. Let me look at my notes because I have one written down. What would Christy do 120 days to a more spiritual you? So that would be one of them. What would Christy do 120 days to a more spiritual you? Or 120 days of Did You Know Spiritual Edition. Okay, so I want y'all to vote now. Which one sounds better for my new TikTok series? A or B? Okay, everyone is saying to 120 days of Did You Know Spiritual Edition? Journey with Christy. Okay, so some people are saying A. A was 120 days to a more... What would Christy do 120 days to a more spiritual you? Is that what you are saying? That one? That was A. What would Christy do 120 days to a more spiritual you? Looks like more people are saying A.
That's my choice.
That's your choice too? It does kind of keep with the theme.
Right.
Someone says B is more general. What was B? B was 120 days. Oh, let me see. Let me write. I had made notes because I forget these things. Let's see. It was 120 days of Did You Know Spiritual Edition. But I do a lot of people are saying A, and I do get that because my last one was What Would Christy Do 60 Days to a Happier You? And then this one would be What Would Christy Do 120 Days to a More Spiritual You? So it kind of keeps with the theme, except I'm going to have to keep coming up with things. I don't know how much imagination Christy actually has. This one will get me through, yeah, A, definitely. All right, A it is. All right, let's start with some readings now. Y'all are like, okay, stop talking. Get on with this. Okay, well, I have a dad energy stepping up. We're going to start with Spirit Led. I have a dad energy stepping up. He is showing me that he liked to play golf. And especially he did retire because he is showing me towards the end of his, he did get to retire so he could play golf more. He is showing me that they must have moved or they did the snowbird thing because they were definitely in a warm climate such as Arizona or Nevada, something like that. They were in that part of the United States for, a lot. Either they moved there or they were snowbirding there. I'm hearing a T name around him, like Tommy, Thomas, Tomskick, something like that. So I'm hearing a T name around him. Dad energy, played golf. They either moved or they did the snowbird thing down in the southwest part of the United States. He's also showing me that he had circulation problems in his legs. And he's showing me veins popping on his legs, like he would have the varicose veins, which people think of those more in women, but he definitely had them in his legs. He showed me his legs that would kind of ache because he had circulation problems, and then he would get these varicose veins. He is showing me white hair, which tells me he did not go bald completely. He had white hair. Also, he had beautiful smile. He is showing me pretty teeth. And those teeth weren't cheap, I'm sure. Because at that age, at retirement, if your teeth are still beautiful and white and all the things, and you've had some work done on them. All right. Does this person belong to anyone? If he does, please just claim him in the comments. We have a dad energy here. Good morning, Ashley. We have a dad energy. I'm hearing a T name around him, like Tom or Thomas. Thank you for the hearts. He showed me he used to play golf a lot, especially during retirement. They spent a lot of their time in the southwestern part of the United States, like Arizona, Nevada, something like that. He is showing me that he had, good morning, Kat, that he had varicose veins and really achy legs. He had a beautiful smile, so this smile definitely would have cost some money. And he had this nice white hair, so he didn't go bald. He still had some hair left, except it was white. Does this fit anyone? I don't see. All right, I don't see anyone claiming him. I want to thank y'all so much for sharing and liking my live, and y'all know how it works. I will just sit him to the side until. Okay, Divine says. All resonates, but he lived on a golf. Oh, okay. All right, we must be with Divine Love here. She said all resonates, but he lived on a golf course and didn't play golf. So that would make sense for the golf reference. So I'm going to see if Divine Love can go live here. Let's see. Oh, no, she doesn't have quite enough followers, so I will just read her. But looks like we're with Divine Love. I love your name. It's Divine Love 1111. Oh, and if y'all look at her little profile picture, it says, let that shit go. Absolutely. Absolutely let it go. All right. Okay, so Divine Love. I don't know why your dad is referencing a conversation I had with someone this morning. And a lot of times this is not just for, this part is for everyone. Spirits will use things that just happened, that you just read, that you just watched, that you just said. So if you are having something referenced that just happened or you just watched, it can kind of throw you off because you're like, oh my goodness, I'm just remembering what just happened. No, Spirit will use that. Okay, Divine Love. The conversation your dad is referencing that I just had it was someone who is, and as y'all know, look, y'all can see my Bibles right there. I believe in some love, and some Jesus and God. However, I believe in the God who loves and wants me to love people as they are. Right? Now, does that mean take crap off of them? No. Self-love and loving others also comes with putting up boundaries. But my conversation I had with this person was, she was just like, of course, me being a psychic medium, I said, yeah, I said, if I ever have a problem with interpretation in the Bible, is in love, because my God is love. And she said, well, mine is too. And I have a very strong belief in that. And she went on to, I said, right, but you can't just throw a Bible at someone and expect them to come to Jesus. You have to love them. And she kept going on about how she loved people, and it was her responsibility to tell them how they should believe God is, right? I said, well, then you're not loving them the way God said for you to love them. You're loving them to the point where you just want to throw in how you believe. So you're only loving them so you can persuade them to believe what you believe. You're not loving them as they are and where they are. And then she just kind of looked at me. So now, Divine Love, your dad is referencing that conversation, and I asked him why. And he said, it's because you have it right. So you must believe the way I do, and that I believe in just loving people where they are. And again, that does not mean letting yourself be abused. That does not mean if someone has an addiction problem or something, setting up some boundaries. But your dad keeps telling me that you have it right. You can't push your beliefs. Oh my gosh. Okay, Divine Love. That is exactly what I said to her. That is it. She said, Divine Love said on here, you can't push your beliefs. You can only show them your views. Absolutely. And I said, that was the exact words I said to her. I said, if I live in enough love, people are going to wonder, why am I so loving? How can I be so loving? And my actions are going to speak for themselves. That is exactly what I said to them. So that's why your dad was referencing that conversation, because he was validating your belief system and where you come from. So absolutely, your dad is around you. He sees what you're doing. He is validating that you are a bright light and continue on your path. Now, he is also showing me someone around you is like throwing, like the analogy the picture he gave me was someone throwing water on you. Now, is someone actually, is someone actually throwing water on you? No. But you will be faced with times of people who are trying to bring you down, tell you you're wrong, persuade, try to tell you that you're doing the wrong thing. Your dad wants you to know how incredibly proud he is of you and how much he loves the way you stand up for what is right. Thank you, Divine Love. That was beautiful. I'm so glad. Always being, I know, but you know what, Divine Love, you said always being an empath yourself. I know, look at what I do for a living. I know a ton of empaths. I also know a ton of empaths who project their stuff on other people. Oh, right. Learning the barriers and pushing negative energy away. That is so freaking important. Good job. I know so many people that are empaths or mediums, and they project their stuff on other people, right? So that tells me that you just walk in love and you're very good about, there are lots of messages that I deliver or people that I read, and they might live their life in a way that I completely do not agree with, but I don't care. It's not my business. I'm not here to project my crap on them. I'm here to deliver an authentic message. So, yeah. I'm very proud of you also. So is your dad. All right. Thank you, Divine Love, for popping on and letting me deliver that message. Let's see. Who we got? Dee, who you want me to read next?
Sissy, her dad, Tom. Another one right behind that one.
All right. We have Sissy, her dad, Tom. Let's see if we can get a Tom here. Okay, I'm not convinced this is your dad, Sissy, but let's roll with it. The energy just felt a little... This gentleman that I have stepping up is showing me that he liked to play games. Thank y'all for sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate that. Thank you, Haley. You shared my live 3 or 4 times. Thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, the Tom is showing me that he liked to play games like cards and those types of things. He just loved to play games. And again, I'm not convinced this is your dad, Miss Sissy. I'm also hearing that he liked to have a drink every now and then. He had a huge array of friends. And I keep seeing a pinky ring. Thank y'all for sharing my live. I so appreciate you. I kept ignoring this pinky ring because, sometimes you just felt like you're seeing crap as a medium. Also, he was funny because as I said that, he said, yeah, you are. You're seeing a pinky ring. I did not think this was your dad, Sissy. The second he popped up, I said that. I did not think it was your dad. So, it's funny because a lot of times, thank you, Prissy. I know that we're just going to be better off doing spirit-led. And I had that feeling rolling into this live. There's so many spirits here. They're strong spirits. I was like, oh my goodness, we're just going to have to go with spirit-led today. Thank you, Haley. Miss Haley, I'm going to pull a card for you when we're done with this. You were just sharing my live like crazy. All right. we have a dad energy here. He is showing me he liked to play cards. He is showing me that it was drinking. Madison, I don't really know. Honestly, I cannot lie. I do not know if it's a bowling ring or not. He is just showing me a pinky ring. And he's very proud of it. Like the whole time he was drinking, he made sure I could see the ring, and I was trying to ignore it. And he just kept pointing to this ring. He is showing me he had a ton of friends. Now, this guy is not making any bones about, he could sometimes be an asshole, especially when it came to playing games. He could be very, very competitive, and he was not a really good loser. He was not a good loser at all. He is also showing me, I'm not sure if he's smoking a cigarette or a cigar, but I don't feel like it was something he did all the time. Definitely sounds like it could be my dad. No pinky ring, but always did pinky promises. Oh my goodness. All right, so Kelsey, that could definitely be it. Let's see if the rest of it fits. Okay, so we had someone, Madison was asking if it was a bowling ring, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure who we have going on here. Looks like it'd be down to a couple of people. It could definitely be a pinky promise because I just couldn't, he was just drawing attention to his pinky ring. Okay, so we have a dad energy. He is showing me that he loved to play games, any kind of games like cards, mostly cards. But he'd be game to play other things, downplay other things. He liked to drink. Definitely showing me this pinky thing. Had a lot of friends. He was, I'm not saying that he would cheat, but he would definitely stretch the rules when he was playing, and he was a very sore loser. He's also showing me that when he passed, his estate was a little, I was about to say in shambles, and he is saying, well, it wasn't that bad. But he had so much of his life, you would have thought he would have his estate together because he looked like he had a lot of his life together, but he is showing me that his estate was kind of in an array. Like it was not well put together. He is showing me, okay, does this guy sound like anyone? Oh, look what TikTok just put up here. Some comments in this live were filtered to protect the community's experience. We must have a troll that TikTok is protecting us from.
Wow.
Okay, looks like, okay. I think we're with Kelsey because she said going through his state stuff now, and it's definitely a nightmare. All right, Miss Kelsey, I'm going to ask you to go live. So for those of you listening, what just happened there, we had a couple of people, I wasn't sure who he belonged to, so I just turned to the spirit and I said, show me what is going to really resonate with the person that he belongs to. And he showed me his estate just being throwing up in the air. And I was like, oh man, that's in shambles. And he's like, well, it's not that bad. So it is that bad. He was just trying to defend it, which tells me he had that kind of personality on Earth. Would you know that to be true, Kelsey? He had that kind of personality on Earth?
Definitely.
Yes. He would try to make things, especially when it came to him. I was going to say he tried to make things not as bad as they were, but only really when it came to him.
Yep, for sure.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So your dad had a sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
I was joking with someone this morning, and so any man watching me, I am just joking. I do love me men. I'm married to one. So I'm just joking for the men watching. But I said, when I come back, I'm coming back as a man because they have selective memory. Like I can feel guilty over something I did 20 years ago. I'll mention to my husband something that he did a couple of days ago. And he was like, I didn't do that. I don't remember doing that. So your dad had that same kind of in his, X chromosome. He also has that.
Yes. Totally understand.
He said, when I said that, your dad's like, well, and he starts laughing. Like, you're right. He's also talking about, did you help plan his funeral or his wake,
I did, yes.
Yes, because he's talking about what a good job you did. And he is acknowledging that you didn't do it all on your own, but you definitely played a deciding factor in some of the things. And he's just so proud of what a good job you did.
Oh, good.
And he's saying I wouldn't have wanted anything else. Also, I'm hearing that there was a lot of laughter at his funeral or wake, whatever y'all were calling it, because there were people remembering your dad. Like, he definitely was a man who built himself some memories while he was here on earth.
Yes, for sure.
And there was a lot of laughter, like people remembering him. Do you remember that?
Yes, for sure. There definitely was.
Yes, he loved that. Like,
Aw,
yes, there were people sad and crying, but he really
yeah.
loved people were laughing about him and his memories. He loves that.
Yeah, that's definitely him.
Also, Kelsey, have you had a bird either fly into your window or get close to your window? Have you noticed
Oh
that?
my gosh, yes. My son, actually, my oldest son, he has been really struggling with losing grandpa, and I was just kind of he's 8 and was kind of telling him like you need to ask grandpa like for a sign and and so I had told him like or he had said like he wanted a red bird, and like 2 days later this bird has been coming every single day and yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, your dad was just telling me, tell them I sent the bird. But I'm
uh,
seeing it coming like really close to a window and
yes, it's yeah, right to our window.
yeah, yeah. So there you go. Your dad not only did Joe ask it and he delivered, he is confirming again. I love when spirits do that. I had a reading yesterday, and I had brought up this lady's mom, and I said, she's been making a light flicker. She said, I told her to mention that to you if it was really her. Which, just for the record, I hate it when people do that because. What if as a medium you miss it and then you're like,
Right.
oh, goodness, it's not my mom. But anyway, your dad delivered is my point. He did a good job.
Good.
Also, he is, have you gotten a lawyer involved in his estate? He says you need a lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
he's apologizing that because it's not going to be cheap.
right. Yeah, it's a mess.
Mm-hmm. Is there some fighting over his estate?
Um, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh darn it. Hate it when that happens. Um, your dad is taking full responsibility for this, and he is apologizing to you that this, I don't know how this ended up on your doorstep, but it did, and he is sorry. And he is saying that, he should have taken care of it. And he knew he had this inkling, like, I need to do that, I need to do it, but he just kept pushing it off and pushing it off.
Yeah.
Now, he is also referencing, do you have a sister?
I do.
Just one?
Yes.
Okay. The reason I was asking just one because, if you had more than one, I was going to have to figure out which one he was talking about.
Nope, just one.
He is, so has she not been helping you much in this? He is, so has she not been helping you much in this? He is, so has she not been helping you much in this? Are you hearing something weird, Dee?
Sorry. Yes, I am.
Sounds like a feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're clear now.
Okay. Yeah, we're clear. So,
Okay.
has your sister been helping you?
Yes, in her own way. She's trying. I mean, we're civil, but she's just younger and yeah, she's doing her best. I guess I'll put it that way.
I love that. Okay, you totally sound like.
I guess I'll put it that way.
I love that. I'm gonna have to disconnect because there's so much feedback, but I will finish the reading after I disconnect. I'm sorry, there was too much feedback. I couldn't continue. So it sounds exactly like my older daughter when she's talking about her younger sister, how she's like, yeah, she's just young. She's just young. And your dad was referencing that, saying that she's trying to help you. She's trying to help you. Just have some patience with her, which it sounds like you are. So the fact that your dad brought that up means that he can see what is going on. Thank you for letting me read your dad. I appreciate that. He did a great job, and he did a great job talking about, sending the bird. I appreciate him this morning. All right, let's see here. I said I was going to, I know, oh, you're welcome, Kelsey. That was some weird feedback, technology is great when it does what it should, right? I said I was going to pull a card for Haley. Oh, you know what? Let's see. She's on here. Let's see. Can Haley go live? She can. Haley, I'm going to ask you to go live. You gotta love it when I do this. I just don't know what I'm gonna get. Usually, I identify the spirit and then bring them through. I don't see Haley grabbing my live invitation. Miss Haley, can you go live? All right, so I asked Haley to go live, but she's not grabbing the invitation.
She's still out there.
Yeah. I don't know what's up with that. All right, we'll just pull a, I don't know if, okay, Haley, I just asked you to go live. I was just going to read you right. Oh, she says, I'm taking care of my son right now and can't go live. Sorry. Very good. All right. All right, let's see what we got here on Haley. Haley, I'm feeling a, I was going to say, is this a grandmother energy? It's either a grandmother or a mom energy around you. She's letting me know that, okay, so she just rolled right into part of her message must be part of her identification because she's trying to deliver a message. I was like, no, we haven't even identified who you are. But she just kept plowing through like it was really important for her to say this. So let's see if part of her message is part of her identification. She's talking about a child. I know you said you're watching your son right now. But there's something about, it's like she's giving you a baby. It's like she is taking responsibility for sending you a child. So I don't know if that resonates with you. She's also showing me that your mom herself, though I know that you do not resent her, you don't hold anything against her, she's acknowledging that she was not the best mom she could have been. I'm sorry, my dogs are cussing out there. I don't know what they're cussing about. Okay. And she's also saying how much your sister is going to have a baby. Okay, very good, very good. That is it. So her sister is going to have a baby next month. So she's acknowledging, your mom is acknowledging sending the baby in. Very good. You know what, Haley? Your mom is also talking about how you stepped into that mommering role, not completely. You've done it. Thank y'all for the hearts. You've done it to the best of your ability as you have really started mentoring other people. Like your mom passed and you've always been that way. Your mom is saying something about your childhood. Your mom is acknowledging that you had to grow up faster. You had to be much more mature than the average child. And your mom is apologizing for that. And she's also acknowledging that though, yes, you had a childhood, you didn't. Like you just had a lot of responsibility. You were trying to go out and have fun with your friends. You were trying to do all those things at a child. And yes, okay, thank you. Your mama is so apologizing for that. She is so sorry. But on the flip side, there's not a but. Forget that I said but. I want to say on the flip side, you make sure that your kids are never going to have to live that life. You're very, very cognizant of making sure they get to have a childhood and they get to live their life. And I absolutely love the fact that you are like taking care of your son so you wouldn't go live with me just because you didn't want to have to tell him be quiet, and you didn't want the screaming in the background. So you were putting your child even above that. So I just thought that was phenomenal. Your mom is also acknowledging, Haley, that someone has a tattoo in her honor. They either have the tattoo or they've been thinking about getting a tattoo in her honor. So just know that your mom is acknowledging that. All right. Thank you, Haley, for letting me read your mom. I appreciate it. Thank you. I want to thank everyone who is sharing and liking my live. I so appreciate it. Do you know why someone put on here, which I just happened to look up and I saw someone put postcards? What was that about? Thank y'all. Do you know what someone put postcards on there?
Hmm.
It was just a random word on there, postcards. I was like, what is that about? Sometimes I just get curious. Not that it matters. I was just curious. I'm nosy. That's how I get so much information from the spirits. And that's why I bring so many through. It's like if I find one spirit, I'm like, is your wife over there? Is your husband? I just start rolling through the spirits. All right, let's go. Let's see what we have here. All right, I know what I postcards.
Okay,
it means a message. Oh, very good. You see what we learned today, Dee?
yeah, that's neat. Okay.
Dee and I are so impressed. You're talking to two old women here. Dee and I. Mm-hmm. We're muddling through postcards. It means that I love that. Aw, that makes sense. Postcards from heaven for them. I love that.
Dude, that's neat.
I know. Look how much I learn. Okay. Yeah, Dee and I are women. I used to call them winks from heaven. I guess I'll have to change my terminology. All right, so I'm not really sure this young man stepping up. I mean, I know what I'm seeing, but it's one of those times where you're like, what the heck? Okay. There is a young man stepping up, and I will give information before I tell you what he was doing that was making me say, what the heck? Okay. Beautiful, like a contagious laugh. I have to say, he had a contagious laugh about him. I'm seeing lighter brown hair. And something about his eyes, they were, I don't know, a different color. They weren't just brown. It was like, I don't know, blue-green, but there's a sparkle about them. Light brown hair had like this blue-green color. Okay, so what he is showing me that I thought was weird. Oh, and he's taking responsibility for his own passing, but he's saying it was an accident. Taking responsibility for his own passing, but it was an accident. And he is showing me he's stepping out of a cage. And that's what I was like, what the heck? You know, I promise you, in the thousands and thousands of readings I have done, I have never seen someone stepping out of a cage. Like, it's not like a jail cell cage. It's just, it looks like my dog's kennel, actually, and he's stepping out of it. So I don't really even know what that means. Just when time is it better?
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay, good. I thought it would just go away, but apparently I had to decline it. It doesn't happen. So when I get a phone call, it doesn't, the sound doesn't go away. But apparently when I get a FaceTime call, the sound goes away. All right. So I have a young man who was in his mid to late 20s. He is showing me he had light brown hair and like pretty eyes. They were like a blue or a green, just beautiful eyes. His had a contagious laugh. He is saying he passed by an accident, but like he's taking responsibility for his own passing, but he is saying it was an accident. And he is stepping out of a cage, and I promise you, I have never seen that before, so I don't even know what it means. I don't even know. I'm sorry, I was asking him, what does it mean? Okay, so when I asked him what it meant, he's showing me two that had two meanings. One of them is, thank you for the heart. He was showing me that he felt caged here on earth and he has been set free. It makes sense because though it could be a dog kennel, it could also be a bird cage, but a huge one. Okay, Marissa, does that fit? Does the description of your brother fit? I'm gonna ask, let's see if Marissa can go live. Yep, I'm gonna ask you to go live, Miss Marissa. Let's see what you got here. My pen keeps wanting to give out on me. All right, Miss Marissa, I asked you to go live. Let's see. Can you go live? Invitation sent. Let's see. Can Marissa go live? Oh. She can't. She's putting her son to sleep. I must be getting people at nap time. All right. So Miss Madison, does the description of him fit? And then do you know, because he said this cage reference had two references. One was he was saying that he felt very caged when he was on Earth, and now he feels set free. So I'm feeling like that resonates with you. The second I said it, I got chills. Like you also got chills when I said it. So that is definitely something that resonates with you. Do you know, what is this cage thing?
He was struggling a lot.
Okay. And then did she say if the description fit him?
I think she did that earlier.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Becky Rose, I also want you to hang tight. But if I asked you to comment, please comment again later so that I can grab you, because let's see, do you have enough people to go live? You do. I'm going to ask you to go live later after I finish with this one. Miss Becky Rose. All right.
The light brown hair and aged it.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you, Marissa. I just wanted to make sure we had all of our boxes checked with identification. You know, this gentleman is showing me, and I know that this is not something that people around him would have noticed in him, but I want to tell you that I've noticed this in my readings, that people that, and not always, sometimes they just don't want to, you know, they come from jacked up childhood, so they can't accomplish goals. But your brother was pretty high vibrational, and he was not used to being on this planet and this dense energy. He was used to being on just in an environment where he can make things happen quicker. It's like this planet was such a struggle for him. He is letting me know that it was so hard for him to accomplish things. So for those of you who don't think I'm crazy and want to stay around, let me explain to you what I'm saying. Let's say that you, just for a moment, just follow me down this path for a moment. You have spent time in other environments, maybe other planets, where the energy, it's more energetic. Like Earth is dense. We're very material. You know, we're very dense here. So let's suppose that you spent time, a lot of time on another planet where you could just think things and it happened. You could just think to move that and it happened. You would just think, oh, I want to accomplish whatever it is, and it happened. Not that you didn't have to put effort in, but it happened a lot quicker than you thought. And then you come to Earth where everything is a freaking fight, right? Do y'all not ever feel that way? I know, yes, we need to surrender to the universe, blah, 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 blah. But sometimes we go through where life just feels like a fight. And that's what your brother is saying, that he had not spent, like this planet was so dense for him, everything just felt like a fight. He also wants you to know, Marissa, that he is very much around you all the time, that he is, oh my goodness, thank you, Melissa, for, she said, I understand that completely. She has dreams like that. And so since this was your brother, it would stand to reason that you have also spent time in other environments where it was much easier to navigate energy than it is on this planet. So it doesn't surprise me that you've had dreams where describing what I was just saying. Your brother wants you to know that he sends the butterflies to you to make sure you're looking for the butterflies, and that is his sign to you. Also, he is around. I know you said that you're putting your son down, but I'm seeing you with more than one child. So if you don't have more than one child now, you will. And he's around your kids all the time. Also, he is so impressed with how you make your kids your priority. And you have given up Oh, you do have two children. Okay, very good. I can see two children. So if you didn't have two, you knew I was about to tell you, you're going to have two. She does already have two children. He's around those kids a lot and is just talking about how proud he is of what a good mom you are and how you always put them first. All right. Thank you, Miss Marissa. Thank you for letting me read. I think he was your brother, but I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. I want to go back up to, it was somebody Rose. Do you remember her name?
No, I didn't write it down. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was thinking the same thing. I should have written it down. It was somebody Rose. Okay, so somebody, oh, Becky Rose. There it is. I was just about to give up. I'm about to ask you to go live, Miss Becky. Oh, I don't know if she can go live. Oh, here she comes. Miss Becky. Miss Becky. Hi, Becky.
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. Where are you located?
I'm in Illinois.
Oh, what part?
Very far north, almost Wisconsin.
Oh, I bet it's cold there today.
Rainy and cold, yeah.
Yeah, because, we got a couple of puppies this weekend because I thought it would be a good time. But, oh, no, we had that Midwestern snow comes in. You know how that Midwestern snow will come in sometimes?
Oh yeah, we had like 6 inches of snow on Friday, but it's melted already.
So I'm standing out there in this freezing cold, like begging these dogs, just go to the bathroom, please. All right, Miss Becky. Now you were talking about your brother, right? That a lot of what I had said with the other person fit him except for the age. Is that correct?
Well, he wasn't biologically my brother, but he was like a brother.
So the second you said that, this gentleman who was standing here, because when I called the reason just for everyone watching, what happened is I read Becky's name, I saw the description, and a spirit appeared. So I was like, this must be him. So the second you said he wasn't your brother, he's like, whoa, wait a minute now. Like very offended. Also, he's letting me know that there was an underlying current of attraction between y'all, but either one of you would have moved on it just because of the relationship y'all had.
That doesn't sound, I was really young when he was around.
Okay, so who else in your family that would affect?
Someone.
Do you know another friend he had who he was extremely good friends with? This kid is, for one thing, showing me that he had a lot of people that considered themselves his family.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's a female in that family group who there was an underlying attraction, but he never would have moved on it because he.
The only thing I can think of is that there was someone in his life, but they did move on it, but it was on and off like a lot.
That makes sense. Do you know this person? Do you ever talk to them?
Yeah, I do still sometimes. Yeah.
Okay, very good. But I knew that, well, I asked you just to confirm, but I assumed you did because he wouldn't be bringing up what he's bringing up if you didn't talk to them off and on. Yeah. Because he is saying that person is the one that got away.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's taking complete responsibility for the issues that they had.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds right too.
Now, Becky, when he looks at you, now that we've switched energy and he's talking about you, I wasn't sure he was talking before, but now he's talking about you. He makes me want to, he will take a younger sibling's head and you'll give them knuckles on the top of their head.
Yes.
I would not do that to you, but he makes me want to do that to you. That's I can't believe. And he's also acknowledging just what a beautiful person you've gone into, not just physically, but also emotionally. Now, when I asked him that, what do you mean by emotionally? You had a lot of trauma growing up.
Yeah.
And you've worked really hard to process that.
Yes. Yeah.
He's so proud of you. He's showing me there's people in your friend group that has not worked as hard as you, and you've had to kind of cut them off. And you really had to change everything about your life to survive.
Yes. Yeah. I have cut a lot of people off recently.
Yeah. And you needed to. And it's so sad. I mean, I do feel bad for you because It's very hurtful when we have to do that, but you did the right thing.
Yeah, it was hard, but I feel like it was ultimately what I needed to do.
Yes. And, a spirit stepping up. So that has a couple of reasons why he's mentioning that. One thing proves that he's around you. And another thing, just letting you know you did the right thing.
Yeah.
And he says, now school. Are you not in school? Have you been thinking about going back to school?
I am not currently, but I have been thinking that it would be a good idea.
Yes, yes, yes. It's like he's showing me these steps, like you kind of got control of your emotional well-being, you've gotten control of your environment. Now he's saying now school. Like that's the next step for you.
Yeah, I've just recently found out that some things are going to be changing in my life, so just trying to take it one step at a time. But yeah, that is definitely one of the things I'm thinking about.
He is showing me, like he's showing me our local community college. And when people show me that, it's like a step because you can go there and do like a CNA and then a med tech and then an RN and then you can go off. So he's showing me you doing something like that instead of just going.
I actually did previously go to my local community college for ultrasound technician, but I didn't finish.
Very good. Yes, yes, yes. That is exactly what he's showing me. You going for something and then going back, so that you were taking it a piece at a time instead of just saying, you know what, I'm going straight from my bachelor's. He shows me you're taking more pieces of it, and so it's more manageable because you have a lot going on, he says.
I do, yeah.
Also, he says that you are smart, and you are just now starting to realize that. You've never known you were smart before, but you're just starting to realize that you are.
Yeah, I'm starting to realize a lot of things lately.
Yes, I love that. Well, thank you, Becky, for letting me read your friend. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
You too.
All right, let's do some psychic. That has been fun. Let's do some psychic. Sorry, I was getting D on my screen. I looked over and I couldn't see her. It's like I'm used to looking over and seeing D. She's my moral support. Yeah, I want to say hi to D this morning. Isn't she beautiful? Look at her smile, people. She has the most amazing energy. I love it. All right, let's do some psychic. Let's see what we got on here. Now, y'all are going to help me with psychic. Y'all know how it goes. You want to bring your energy down from your head into your body so that you are feeling the energy. If you are claircognizant, you will get a clear knowing. If you are clairvoyant, you might see the answer. If you are clairaudient, you might hear the answer. If you are clairsentient, you will feel the answer. If you want to know what your strongest clair is, on my website, Christy Godwin Psychic Medium, under classes, is a test, and it will tell you what your strongest clair is. Also, tomorrow night, I have a free demonstration coming up. It is where you can just watch me break down some readings and show you how I get my information. All right, Sarah, is Zach missing me and home? So that's two different things. So I want two different answers. Yes, first, is Zach missing Sarah? And then, is Zach missing home? Because those are two different things. Is Zach missing Sarah? Is Zach missing home? What are y'all getting? Is Zach missing Sarah? And then, is Zach missing home? We got our first one. Yes and yes, yes and no, no and no. What are you getting, D?
No and yes.
I got the same thing as D. So we had yes, no, no. So they were all over the place, really. I asked, D got the same thing as me, and so did several other people, that he is not missing Sarah, but is missing home. And I asked why. Why is he not missing Sarah? And I just heard the word hard, like y'all's relationship had gotten hard. And so it was a lot for him. And I'm not justifying that at all. I've been married 30-something years. How many years have I been married? 37, 38? I don't remember now. Anyway, a long time. And you go through some hard times. Okay. Paige wants to know, will my date with Sean go well? Will my date with Sean go well? What are y'all feeling? Paige wants to know, will her date with Sean go well? Sarah's
Stress.
yes. Sissy saying not really. Alyssa saying yes. What are you getting, Dee?
Stress.
Stress? So will it
Yeah.
go well, or is he stressed? What are you feeling?
Stressful.
But will it go well?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so it's
It'll go
funny.
well.
Dee was saying she kept hearing, feeling stressed. So I feel like Paige is a little stressed about this date because she wants it to go well. So I'm wondering if Sean is also stressed about this date because he wants it to go well. But no, when I read the question, instantly I just wanted to smile, and I had to stop because I didn't want people to read my body language and give an answer based on my body language. But the second I read that question, will my date with Sean go well, I just got so happy I wanted to smile. But I didn't because I don't want people to read my body language. Sissy wants to know, is Easter with the family going to go well? Her conversation with siblings. Sissy wants to know, is the family, Easter with her family, going to go well? What are y'all getting? Oh, E-Coastal said she felt uncomfortable about the date too, so that must be it. They're stressed. Annette too is saying yes. Alyssa is saying she feels contention but resolution. Yes, but approach the conversation lightly. Nanchik is saying yes. What are you getting, Dee? Is Sissy's conversation going to go well?
It's going to go well if you keep a level head.
Oh, Dee said that it's going to go well if you can keep a level head. And I'm sorry, I'm not feeling it's going to go well. I know everyone else is saying that it is. So maybe that's it. Maybe that was D. If you can keep a level head, someone loses their shit and it just like makes everything go downhill. All right, I want to thank everyone joining me. I need to take my babies out. Okay, so I want to ask everyone a question. Who here remembers Laveau? For those of you who have been following me for a long time, do y'all remember my Great Dane Laveau? There is a sketch of her. She is the one in the front. My daughter, these are my two angel baby puppies. This was Laveau, the one laying down. I had Maggie for about 13 years. She was my boxer. And then after Maggie had been gone for quite some time, then I got Laveau, who is my Great Dane. And she passed when she was 2 of kidney disease. And as y'all well know, I couldn't talk about it I still have a hard time talking about it without tearing up. Okay, Dee, I'm going to take them and show them. I'm going to go because I want to take them and show them the puppies. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Okay, so I'm going to take y'all to what we did in our house this weekend. Are y'all ready for what we did? Are y'all ready? My DJ said you would get a Great Dane this year. Oh, did he? Oh my goodness. We didn't just get one Great Dane. Look at this. And they were like, let us out of this stupid kennel. Look at the babies. Look at the babies. I know. Look, you're making your debut. So we went after this one. Look at the sweet face. So this is my sweet, her name is Hera. So we went after her. But when we went to get her, I was asking, because she's older, she's like 12 weeks. So I was curious if they had started housebreaking her yet. Because, you know, if you have a dog that's 12 weeks old and it's just been walking and peeing, it's going to be an issue. So they said, the owner said no, that her and her litter mate, there was just the 2 of them left, and they had access to the outside. Look at him pushing against it. He's like, let me out of this kennel. They were never in the kennel. So what happens is I have an appointment. I put them in the kennel. After the appointment, I take them outside because I have a break of like 30 minutes between appointments, and I take them outside in there. So anyway, we went to get her. Look at that baby face. We went to get her, and she was so bonded to her brother here that we ended up getting him also. He's a brute. Like, now I know why I wanted her, because she's just so sweet and kisses me, and he knocks me down. He doesn't mean to knock me down. He's just trying to love me, but you know, he's big. All right, so those are the new babies in the house. I'm sure y'all will be seeing a lot more of them. All right, y'all have a great day. Mwah. She is his anchor. You're right, Sarah. She is absolutely his anchor. Like, people think that he is. Nope. She's absolutely the anchor. All right, thank y'all. Y'all have a good day.